Heyo. Oh gosh. Good afternoon, morning, noon, or night, wherever you. Okay, so now we're live. I'm so sorry. I literally just did an entire session and it did not go live. Okay, so let's do this again. All right. I only have a couple of questions, so I'm going to get to them again. First question comes from Rohit Gupta. He asks, is it necessary to have your core values, mission, and vision statement and your why visible for customers to see? Business description and background of question. We're getting a storefront in a couple months and wondered if this will make customers loyal to the brand. So this is totally up to you. This really depends on the structure of your company. If you want people to know where you're coming from, where you're going, you might put your mission and your vision on your website. But your core values, to me at least, that's more of an internal process, what I would share with employees. But you don't have to share your mission or your vision. That is total personal preference right there. If you have any further questions or anything else about that, you feel free to DM me. So, second question comes from Kristen Pitts. She asks, how do I ask a client for a deposit on a bulk order? Business description and background of question. I'm a startup golf apparel wholesaler with limited cash flow. I'm selling clothing to golf course pro shops. I also work a second job as a COO for my dad's golf business where we buy from vendors for 10 golf course pro shops. The vendors also only collect for my dad's business 30 to 90 days after shipment. No deposit needed. Being that I am a startup, I need a deposit in order to place an order with my manufacturer. How can I get new buyers to trust me to make a deposit on a bulk order of my clothing? I have a sales report for my first year in business and can show that I am in my dad's 10 shops. So the best thing to do is just ask them, hey, I need a 50% deposit. This is our process. This is our policy. When you're doing this, just make sure that you have some confidence behind it. So if you're approaching somebody and you're timid or you're scared and you're like, okay, so can I get like half up front and then I can get this done for you? It might scare them away a little bit. But if you just are very professional about it and very confident, say, this is our policy. We require 50% down, and then once everything is finished, the other 50%, or whatever your policy is. But just ask them and be confident about it. Hi, Robin. Yes, I did, and I sent you a message. Did you not get my message thanking you? Technology, I'm so sorry, but yes, it's beautiful and it's sitting on my counter. Thank you so much. Next question comes from Rohit Gupta again, and he asks, should I increase product prices for our storefront? Business description and background of question. We are getting a storefront around December. In order to pay for rent and utilities, does it make sense to increase prices or just leave them where they are? Product range from 5 cents to $15. So this kind of depends on where your desired profit margin is. If you are still in the desired profit margin region, I'm so sorry, guys. I had treatment earlier today and I'm just a little out of it, so bear with me right now. Profit margin, yes. So if you are still falling in the desired profit margin, then prices. Then again, that's totally up to you if you want to do a price increase. If things are looking like they might be a little slim, then up your prices. Just if it was me and you're still in that desired profit margin, I would keep things where they're at. Sometimes, just to raise it by $1, nickel and dime clients just really isn't worth it to me. Okay, next question comes from Ricardo. He asks, how does a small business onboard their new hires? Business description and background of question. I own and operate a barbershop business, and I do not have a well-rounded onboarding process. I often find myself not taking the time to create this, and when the time comes, it's not smooth. Where should I start? Thank you. First thing you want to do is just start. Block out some time on your calendar, shut your office door, and just start working on your onboarding process. What we do is when a potential employee has gone through the process, and they've gone through the interview process, and we're like, okay, we want to bring you on board. We send them an offer letter. Once they send that offer letter back, yes, no, okay, then we're going to get you started. That initial process includes signing paperwork, agreements. Here's your SOP, here's the handbook, here's your W-4, I-9, anything that is needed for them to sign to work at your place of employment. Other things that you can do while they're there: introduce them to all the team members. We do a welcome bag and cookies on their first day. You just want to make them feel like they're welcome, and it's not just like, oh, well, thanks for joining, get to work. You know, make them feel special. Even in your onboarding process, you can ask them questions like, what's your favorite holiday? What's your favorite color? Make it personalized so that you're getting to know them as an individual, and it's not just they're there to work. People like to be recognized. Another thing you can do is explain the training process. If there's a probation period, and then have one of your seasoned barbers kind of walk them through it. Eventually what you want to do is get to the point where you have a team lead that's handling the onboarding process, so that you don't necessarily have to do that. So if you've got a barber that is really showing a lot of potential that you think could handle that down the road, maybe bring them on in this process a little farther down the road, and then get them used to what you are wanting done. So when you do start bringing people in, they're comfortable with that as well. So I hope that made sense. But again, if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me. We have definitely onboarded a handful of employees here. And let's see, the last question comes from Lamont Gray. He asks, when should I increase my pricing and by how much? I own a business description and background of question. I own a technology company where we provide solutions to home and business owners that give them a peace of mind. Security cameras, point of sale, tech products. I have been operating from home for several years, and now I'm finally taking the leap to open a storefront and a showroom. So congratulations. With the additional overhead of rent, utilities, and paying staff, I want to adjust the pricing on some, if not all, of my products and services. Is it wise to just increase my pricing by 20% or so to cover the new overhead? So before you do that, it would kind of depend on what your pricing is now. So if it's like a $20 cost, a 20% increase might not be too much, but if you've got like a $2,000 cost, a 20% increase is going to be quite substantial, especially if your clients don't really have a heads up. So what I would do is send out an email and let them know, effective this date, we are going to have a new price system in place. You might want to, if you have a CPA or somebody that's handling your books that can go over your pricing and your budget and your projections and your goals, and just kind of see if you do, what is it going to take as far as revenue goes to offset these new costs. So to just do like a blanket 20%, I don't know if that will work, because I don't know what your additional expenses are. How much is it going to be for rent, for payroll, for insurance, all of those additional costs. So take a look at what all those costs are going to be, and then see where you can do a price increase, and then let your customers know that there will be one effective this date. If they have any questions, they can reach out to you. So I hope that helps. I'm happy to answer any questions or clear anything up. Like I said, I am a little fuzzy from the treatment earlier, so I do apologize, guys, if I'm not 100% today. But yeah, that was it. So that's it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me. If not, I will be in Nashville for the Mindset in November, and I hope to see as many of you there as possible. So you guys have a great afternoon. Bye.